you? I am heading home from school, and I am thinking about all the things, and of course, always thinking about all the things. How's everybody doing out there? The energy out there is pretty weird, right? We're in eclipse season. Yep. The total lunar eclipse is going to happen on Tuesday. Building up to that, if you are feeling not like yourself, brain fog, scattered, stressed, full of anxiety, headaches, you have an emotional overwhelm, you're starting to feel irritated, losing patience with people, situations, congratulations, you are working through your stuff, as you should be, during this eclipse season. A lot of this is coming up with themes of abandonment, where you have abandoned yourself, where others have abandoned you. Oh, it's so deep. Oh, these wounds are very, very deep and ancient. Could even be past life stuff or ancestral things. Ancestral traumas. Man, this is why I'm telling you, you're doing such a great job. You know, you may feel like you're all over the place, okay? You may even like be losing your shit at people. And you're thinking to yourself, man, I messed up. You know, I'm a fuck up. Like, me too. Me too. Healing from trauma. I wish we would stop trying to think what it's supposed to be like and just have compassion for ourselves in the moment, because living through the things that we have experienced is hard enough. Let's just stop judging our process. Please. We are being shown our dark sides. This isn't to say these are our bad sides. It's the sides of us that are feeling unloved, ashamed, guilty, feeling bad. These parts of us. And this energy wants to free us of that. Wants to shine a light on these things so we can say, hey, this part of me that feels so ashamed and ugly and unloved and unlovable, I love you. You're safe. You're gonna be all right. All of these little deep, dark pieces of us want love. Don't judge yourself for how you've survived your life up until this moment. You may not have done the best you could in any situation, but you did the best you could with what you had in the moment. None of us are perfect. We're all learning and growing. Life is healing, and healing is just healing. We go through things and we have to work through them. And just try. Even on days when you don't think you're trying or feel like you're trying, you're still trying because you're breathing. And every moment that you experience is a moment that is showing you, like, we're giving you an opportunity to love yourself more, or to love others more, or to be more at peace. yourself and life. We're not going to pass every test that's thrown our way. I feel like we become overachievers because for the longest time, that was my thing. Oh man, I failed this test. Oh, life was testing me today and I failed. And then I get really down on myself like I should know better. Stop doing that to yourself. Life isn't a test. It's a journey. You're not being tested. You're just living. You're living and you're learning about love and yourself and life and what it is and what matters to you and what doesn't. Maybe here in life you may be an adult, you know? But your soul wants to learn, wants to experience the humanness, the humanity. And here you are, being in this moment. And you're just beautiful. Man, I wish you could see, or, you know, you really are a miracle. You really are. And I, today, lost my shit. I lost my shit. And, you know, I'm upset with myself. But at the same time, I'm having compassion for myself. Because I've lived through some shit. And it's very hard to not be angry with people and at people who have harmed you or hurt you or abused you or caused you trauma. You know, even if they themselves are traumatized human beings. It doesn't make it okay that they traumatized you. That's what we learn. We learn through our trauma about other things, about ourselves. We grow compassion because we know what it's like to suffer. So then we have more of an empathy towards the suffering of others, and we don't want others to suffer. So we try to do the work on ourselves so we're not passing down more trauma. It's very, very difficult, especially when you're breaking long-term patterns that go through generations. Give yourself some credit. And you know, it's gonna be all right. It may not feel like it's gonna be okay because everything's gone sideways. Maybe you have lost everything. Maybe you, like me, like your whole life bottomed out. And now you're in this weird spiritual awakening, soul awakening, or however you want to call it, or realizations or whatever. And you're birthing a new you. And it feels lonely. It's supposed to. Sometimes you lose everything so you get to know God a little bit more intimately. Sometimes all of these things push you closer to God and you find something in there that you needed. It's weird, like a paradox almost. But when there's nothing outside of yourself to cling to validate you, then you start really looking at yourself and inside yourself and trying to figure out where everything fell apart. I know because it happened to me. And then in that darkness and in that confusion, in the unknowing, when what was there inside of me, it was my divine creator. So, I just want you to know you're doing a great fucking job, man. right on time for all the joy and love that you deserve, and you deserve all the joy and love. You deserve all the joy and love. Every one of us does. Because we are loved. But sometimes we forget to love ourselves. And that's not in a narcissistic way. It's just caring about our well-being as much as we care about others. And not putting ourselves on the back burner all the time. And nurturing ourselves. And forgiving ourselves. And giving ourselves the compassion that we so willingly give to other people. Having empathy for ourselves. I mean, if you looked at yourself like you were a little kid, if you were a little kid, and this little kid came to you and said, I did all this messed up stuff, would you, shame that kid? Or would you just hug that kid and be like, it'll be all right? We have to do that for ourselves. It's gonna be all right. Okay. This eclipse season is pretty powerful, and I hope that you're all right out there. I'm sending you a lot of love and hugs. And please take good care of yourself. And I will talk to you soon. Okay? You're doing a great job. I'm going to keep telling you. Sometimes things leave our lives, so other things that are more aligned with us come in. Sometimes when we lose things that don't serve our highest good, we're finding ourselves. Sometimes when we lose, we really win. Right? That's what's white men can't jump. Sometimes when we lose things and people and just stuff that doesn't align with ourselves, what makes us feel bad about ourselves, we actually find ourselves. So, you're not. Love is and always will be the answer, the cure, the antidote, and the thing. Just love is all there is.